So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. Just keeping the play alive. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Grover Stewart. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they give it up just on their side of midfield. And, yeah, I mean, a surprising decision there to go for that.
Must have a lot of confidence in his defense. Must feel like, hey, we're in great shape here because our defense can hold them. Because they're really outside of field goal range now, right? The opposite team. So if you hold them here, you haven't given up any points. You may give up a punt and you're pinned down a little bit. But must have thought it was an okay spot to go for it and decided to be aggressive.
Now Kaepernick throwing on 2nd down. Got an open man. It's Ruggs. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Henry Ruggs with touchdown number 7 on the year. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles. And now look at him go. Past the 20, 10, you like this. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Miles Sanders with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to.
It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 37 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go band of brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Washington.
Josh Jacobs, his 9th touchdown of the season. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
Lining up for the extra.
Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Check. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. 19 right. Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Jacobs. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
The ball carrier.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A gain of 6.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down.
At the Buccaneers' 37-yard line.
Now a carry for Jacobs. And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the 1st down marker at the Bucs 30. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Kaepernick looking to throw. 3rd and 2. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington 1st down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it before the 1st down.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
From the gun on 3rd down, Kaepernick. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
17.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, He seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Pretty good first down play. Keeps them ahead of schedule, as they say.
And ostensibly, they could go right back to it because there are multiple options on this play. Hand it inside, quarterback tucks it and keeps it, quarterback throws the ball downfield. You should be able to react to the defense and have an option available on every snap.
56 is the mic. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Check.
On 2nd down now, it's Sanders. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Here we go, here we go.
Here's Hurts to throw. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
It's caught inside the 25.
And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They chalked that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down.
22-yard line.
Hurts. That's going to be caught by Judy.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. And between the last 2 plays, they moved it over half the length of the football field.
Buccaneers.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run with Sanders. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. Once again with Sanders. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This Washington defense, they've stood tall the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal. Strong coverage by Washington, and now 4th down.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal.
From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle.
The kick by Bass is good.
And that'll make this an 8-point game. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. So it's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory.
Complete.
A huge play there for Washington. 69 yards. Well, that didn't take long. 1 play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation.
Here's Jacobs. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Josh Jacobs with his second touchdown here in this first half. And Washington going to add on to their lead.
And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts.
Pass incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield, but now it's 3rd down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
This is taken around the 12. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking...
And got his man complete. Touchdown, Washington. Robbie Anderson, 84 yards.
And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
On 1st down, Hurts. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
Credit that sack to Dante.
Back at the 17-yard line.
2nd down, here's Hurts.
And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Throwing is Hurts.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Two things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Yards to go.
From the gun, it's Kaepernick.
Got his connection complete to Ruggs.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this, or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver.
And now it's 2nd down. Again, it's Kaepernick.
And he'll air this one deep for Anderson.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and 10.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Open man, he completes it to Judy.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, and call it an even 50 yards.
The kick by Bass is good.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so after a very one-sided first half, what will the second half bring as we are back underway on EA Sports? And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And that's the 36-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
He's brought down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Here's 2nd and 8. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Dante Fowler able to record his 5th sack of the season.
That's his 2nd sack of the game. And the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Rolling to his right. He's going to run, but he's got to... Hurts fumbles it. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot. In that time, he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. They'll run with Jacobs. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Josh Jacobs, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And Washington able to capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Santos with the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Ready to get their drive started. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. A quick throw caught out wide by Judy.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense.
It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down.
Spopo's the Mike. Mike Spopo. Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position.
56 to Mike.
They go play action here on first down. Dancing to his left. And he's going to keep it here. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. Working with a 2nd and 3.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
They run it with Jacobs, and he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Jacobs, the ball carrier.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
First down, Washington.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
But obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Now they'll throw with Kaepernick. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Bad time to get a delay of game penalty there. Not that there's a good time, but that makes it 3rd and 6. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. And that is incomplete.
Intended for George Kittle. Incomplete. It's now 4th down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today.
A 30-yard attempt.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. And now off to the races down the right side.
Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. So that about the shortest pass a quarterback can make, but it winds up going for a bundle.
Yeah, let's face it, in the stats, it sure looks like a heck of a throw, doesn't it? It's almost like in baseball when you get that little Texas leaguer that turns into a double. You would think that you hit it off the wall. Big-time play for him on a short little pass.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Throwing is Kaepernick on 3rd down. Forced out to his left. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Josh Allen in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
4th down.
Washington going to send out their punter,
as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
44's Mike. 44's Mike. Check, check. Hey, here we go. 44.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game and especially the execution.
that may have been.
Fumble.
Incomplete. Brings up a third
The
down.
Bucs on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked by Trayvon Mullen. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, and what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the 1st down, that's extra time, extra plays. It really hurts the team on defense.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
56. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Mike 56. Mike 56. Bound to lose 1.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. They said their goal was to win 7 games. They've done that pretty early in the year.
I think it's time for them to elevate that number and really make a big push to finish this season strong.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Tampa.